Hey Gabe, Coach Mike, let's take a look at the lesson tonight. The one on the left is after we worked on from the first move. When we come to our set with a runner on base and we come to our set and we stop, what you were doing, if you look to the left, as we're moving our body, you're seeing yourself come away from that line. So in other words, we're going backwards before we're going forwards. So what we wanted to work on is putting the majority of the weight on the leg that's closest to the rubber. That's where 90% of the weight is. And then when you're about to make the first move is where you lift up the leg, get your hips going to the plate, which is, if you look to the right side, you're going to see that where you're working on that. So as we get going, there's a little bit of separation, but you can see the difference from the left to the right about how much more efficient you got to, instead of driving my body backwards towards second, you're lifting up your leg. And then at that point, you start moving the hips. Why this is important is when you move up in higher levels of baseball, if a pitcher is a 1.3 or 1.4 second from the first move that he makes to when the ball lands in the catcher's mitt, and you have a good catcher that has a pop-up time of 2.0 or under, that means the guy at first base has to get down to second base in 3.3 or 3.4 seconds, which is you have to be pretty quick to do that. So that's why we want to make sure that any kind of wasted motion in our stretch, or more of the stretch, is, if it doesn't affect the mechanics, then we need to kind of get rid of that wasted motion and streamline everything. And that's exactly what you did here. Now watch what happens when you streamline. If you looked, remember the one on the right was the one where we didn't go back as far. So look at the difference, because I sunk these up at the same time. And I just want to show you the difference up the foot plant, how you got quicker to the plate just by that small little adjustment. So right here is where you land. So you can see the difference in 2/10, 3/10 of a second on where you're landing, just because of that small adjustment. So good job. We need to continue to work on that. And give me a shout if you have any questions. Thanks.